Okay, now when checking a source, the best is .org or .gov. But this picture is very credible because it's Virginia and ourcommunitynow.com. So what I'm going to do to use this picture is I'm going to press 2 fingers down together. And then it's going to say copy image. I obviously need to start a sheet or slides. So I need to type in slides. I'm going to create a new one. And we're going to imagine that my state is Virginia. Okay. My title slide would be Virginia. And then I'm going to click top left. There's a plus sign for new slide. And I know that I'm going to put a picture here. So I'm going to type in Arlington National Cemetery. Now I'm going to click 2 fingers and I'm going to click paste. Now my picture's, oh man, it's big. It's really big. I'm going to use the diagonals, never the vertical, never the horizontal to alter the photo. I want to shrink it to its perfect aspect. Now, I have a really good photo here, and I need to, I'm going to shrink this text box because I'm going to move it. Move it over like so. And I'm actually going to put the picture over on the left side. I'm going to put it over on the left side for a reason, because I don't want text on top of text. Okay. So I've got something that's very important here, that Arlington National Cemetery. And obviously I need to spell this correctly. So 2 fingers down and change that ER to AR. Now, the picture will not do this justice, right? If Mr. Firner asks me what the Arlington National Cemetery is about, I will need to know that, correct? Understood? It's okay to title it, put the picture down, but I'm going to need some information. Understood? You have not traveled there and toured Arlington National Cemetery. So we'll go back to our source. The Tomb of the Unknown is one of the headings. And then I would start to read this source. Understood? Now, I have taken a picture, correct? Is it my picture? No, so we're going to need to give credit. I'm going to click just once on the right side of the tool. I'm going to hit Control C. Understood? Hold the control down, hit the C button. I'm going to click back on my slides. I need to create a new one, and it'll be just the automatic one. And I'm going to put citations, and I'll type it in. Understood? All I need to do here is hit Control V, and that's all I ask of you. Is to just copy and paste the browser. Now, since I'm using information from that site to help understand what the Arlington National Cemetery is, oh, and one quick reminder. This part right here on citation, it shouldn't be much longer than that. If it covers up your whole slide, that means you're not citing it the way I want it. Okay, you got to give credit to where you found this information. The Tomb of the Unknowns. Okay, perhaps the main reason that people visit to watch is the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknowns. Initially named the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, this gravesite was completed and opened to the public in 1932. It has been perpetually guarded 24 hours a day since 1937 with absolutely no lapses for any reason, including hurricanes or other inclement weather. Wow. Doesn't matter the weather, somebody's there to guard it. Shh. Because they've been doing it since 1937. And we're about to answer that. Let me continue reading, Liz. The tomb is a memorial to over 4,000 unidentified soldiers buried at Arlington, and its original contained the remains of unknown soldiers from World War I, World War II, and the Korean War and the Vietnam War. In 1998, the remains of the Vietnam soldier were disinterred, identified through mitochondria DNA, and then reiterated near the soldier's family home. So the one that eventually came from the Vietnam soldiers, they managed to find the exact person. Understood? Through DNA. Lots of information there, right? Okay. And I still think there's more that I need to read. From April to October, the tomb is guarded by the U.S. Army's 3rd Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard, and changes guard every 30 minutes. During the winter months, the guard changes every hour. There's often a wreath laying ceremony on the hour as well. The tomb is located uphill and can take about 10 to 20 minutes to get to if you walk directly from entry at the visitor center. We've got a lot of information here. But most of that was about what? The tomb, right? So what I would suggest doing is placing 2 pictures in this. So then once again, what do we do here? 2 fingers down, copy image, and this is all coming from the source, right? Okay. We click back on this. Let's click paste. All right. You wouldn't see them. They're covered. All right. So what I would do is I would describe both images, move my text box over here to the middle to split the photos, but then make them bigger. They're not big enough, in my opinion. And I would line them up. Now, you guys see those red lines? That red line right there indicates that those 2 are centered. Okay? The R, we've already said the cemetery, right? The cemetery on the left is home to over how many soldiers? 4,000. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and what's the other war? Very good. Korean Wars. Ooh. Don't tell me. Okay. Now that describes cemetery. Okay, so on the right inside the theater, most people what? Observe, which means watch, the tomb of the So that means those wars. Oh, better fix that. That butchered soldier. Get rid of that I. Okay. All right. Now maybe you could explain a little bit more, but that's the start of it. So